The best approach to disaster risk management is a proactive one that identifies not only the livelihood patterns that place communities at risk, but also develops appropriate contingency plans for potential disasters. To do this, the Livelihood Baseline Assessment Approach was started under the Caribbean Development Bank's Community Disaster Risk Reduction Fund. Collaborating on this effort were the UN's Food and Agriculture Organization and Jamaica's Social Development Commission. The result was a detailed hazard map of vulnerable areas that provided relevant survival strategies and coping mechanisms to engage local communities in risk mitigation. This approach was executed in Belize, the British Virgin Islands, Jamaica, and Saint Vincent and the Grenadines, and strategically targeted farmers, fisherfolk, small business owners, women, youth, and the elderly to enhance inclusive community involvement. The result? A more resilient Caribbean. In Belize, it fostered equitable social dynamics surrounding water supply in 3 Mayan villages. Through a collaborative project involving the entire community and its members, social cohesion and kinship increased, which led to the success of all project phases, thus fostering a sense of pride and ownership amongst villagers. The Livelihood Baseline Assessment details a community profile that covers its history, social, economic, and reproductive factors, as well as assesses the community's decision-making habits and developmental needs and priorities. This came in handy in Jamaica and Saint Vincent and the Grenadines, where we identified vulnerabilities tied to their livelihoods, such as limited access to resources and environmental dependencies, and to their education, where up to 87% of households were led by persons lacking formal education. In response, we helped communities develop resilient strategies such as drought-tolerant farming, safe fishing practices, and evacuation plans, as well as fostering a culture of disaster awareness and preparedness. Using a targeted contingency planning technique increased community participation amongst residents, which in turn has led to greater ownership of other project interventions within the community, and a resurgence of enthusiasm for the initiative overall. Furthermore, the assessment was a critical tool used in response to the La Soufriere volcanic eruption in Saint Vincent in 2021. It provided a solid estimate of total loss and outlined vital strategies to restore livelihoods within the affected communities. It was lauded by those who participated in its development as providing life-changing direction during the post-volcano recovery. The Livelihood Baseline Assessment continues to empower local stakeholders with actionable data for informed decision-making. Ultimately, this fosters resilient, self-sufficient communities capable of adapting to the challenges posed by climate change and natural disasters, enhancing the quality of life and stability for these rural Caribbean communities.